Plaintiff Lacey Janko met the defendant at work, and they became good friends, despite the fact that everyone warned Lacey against it. Lacey claims the defendant completely turned on her because she was jealous and ended up defaming her online by calling her promiscuous. She's suing for her personal property and defamation. Defendant Jacqueline Catanzaro denies that she's jealous of Lacey and insists she never told any lies. Jacqueline claims Lacey was promiscuous when they lived together because she was trying to get over her ex-boyfriend, and she denies owing Lacey for anything.
Tell me what happened.
Well, Jackie, the defendant, Jackie Catanzaro, is known to be a compulsive liar, a thief, unworthy, backstabbing. I was warned from former employees and mutual friends about what kind of person Jackie is. I'm not really the type of person that does the hearsay, she-say kind of stuff. I figure it out on my own. Jackie and I hit it off very well when I first met her. We became like best friends. I found out that when I moved to Florida with Jackie that everything that I was warned about was completely 120% true. She turned 200 degrees on me and did nothing but she betrayed me, she lied to me, she called me names, she called me a slut, she called me a drunk, she called me every name in the book that you could possibly think of.
Why do you think all these things began happening when you moved to Florida?
I can tell you right now that I've known since day one that she's jealous of me. She's jealous of the relationship I have with my family. I have friends. I have people that love me and everything.
Did you know that before moving to Florida?
Yeah, I've known since day one that she's been jealous of me.
First off, I'm not jealous of her. Why would you move to Florida?
Excuse me, he's talking to me.
Why would you move to Florida with her then?
She never did anything to me until I moved to Florida.
Okay, you knew she was jealous, but she never acted on her jealousy.
Yeah.
All right.
I met Jackie in 2007. We worked at a former daycare together in Pennsylvania. Jackie was actually let go from the daycare because she was lying and she stole.
Let me hear from you about your friendship and moving to Florida and how that worked out.
Well, when I met her at the daycare, I was actually let go because my daughter was sick and I was considered a no-call, no-show. Okay. But it was okay. I can move on to better jobs. I had gotten another job, still continue to be friends with Lacey, tried to help her out with that, whatever she was doing every time that she would go over.
Why did you all decide to move to Florida together?
We were living in State College because her mother had kicked her out of her house. So I went and got all of her things.
Actually, she did not kick me out of my house. So before you get...
She had brought all of her stuff out, and she had told me that she was getting kicked out as her mother was screaming at her, and her nephew helped me load up the car.
Why did you all decide to go to Florida?
I was already moving to Florida so I could be a nanny for my sister. She has
Now, were you cursing her out once you all moved down there together?
No, I was telling her because she made me promise because she tried to kill herself at my house in October.
Did what?
Actually, I did not try killing myself.
Let her finish. She made you a promise what?
She had made me promise to not let her talk to her ex-boyfriend because that's the reason why she tried to kill herself.
Ma'am, please be quiet.
She had overdosed.
You brought up the problems that you all had when you lived in Florida, so she's giving me her version of the problems.
And so when she moved to Florida, I was told to keep up her promise that she had made me promise not to ever let her talk to him, do everything in my power to help her get her life straight, not talk to him. She started, she was still very promiscuous. She would still go out and sleep with other men. I'm assuming it was just for, just to
Okay, so how did that cause problems with you all?
Because I think that that's wrong. And to be a lady.
So you were passing judgment on her life and her lifestyle?
Because she would ask me how I feel.
She would say, tell me what you think about me going out and having a man.
She would say, what are you going out and thinking? She would go home
and you would say, that's just wrong to be with a man.
Well, I told her it was wrong. It's not ever wrong to be with a man. But she went home this one occasion with the bartender, and I had to leave his house because I could hear them upstairs.
You went home,
I'm pretty sure you went home with the other bartender too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, if you say you had to leave his house, you went home with him too.
I was driving because she was drunk.
Oh yeah, but you went home with the other bartender.
Well, if you were driving, you shouldn't have drove over there. Remember, you made this big commitment to keep her safe. Yet she gets drunk, sloppy drunk, and you take her and dump her at some strange man's house. And then after you dump her there, pick her up the next morning and say, You should not do that.
She had promised not to sleep with him that night because I had asked her.
She promised not to sleep with him.
To please try to
while
be
sloppy drunk. Were you cursing her and belittling her?
No.
I have proof right here.
What problems were you all having?
We were having problems because I was trying to get her to
What were the problems?
Because the amount of gentlemen that she would sleep with.
Honor, can I say something?
Go ahead. What was the problem? What occurred while you all were living together?
When I moved to Florida, everything in my eyes was perfectly fine. I came home in April for Easter, and I came home till April 29th, and while I was home, she got this brilliant idea to contact everybody in my family, all of my close friends, and did this stuff on Facebook, downgrading me.
That's why she's having a tough time telling me the problem. So you're saying after degrading you, she then began to degrade you to others. Ma'am, did you do this?
I was not degrading her. When you're talking to somebody, telling them about the truth of what she was doing. I had tried to contact her family because she was beginning to speak with her ex-boyfriend again, and I had said, I can't deal with this anymore. I need to get a hold of somebody who knows what's actually going on. I have
and that's what it looks like here, ma'am. And she is just sleeping with guys down here, despite what I tell her about being easy. This doesn't sound like she's doing too much other than what she says, trying to protect you. Personal property you're suing her for?
$3,000.
For what?
She threw everything of mine down there. My sister tried calling her, I tried calling her, and my mom tried contacting her to make arrangements for
You moved?
No, when I came home for Easter, I came home for about 3 weeks. I had other stuff to take care of in Pennsylvania. So my sister sent her a text message towards the end of April saying, we need my sister's stuff. She's not coming back. She needs to get her stuff. So I waited a few weeks. April 23rd, I contacted her through text messages, got nothing back. On the 24th, I contacted her, got nothing back. On the 25th, I really sent her another text message, and she told me that she threw all this stuff away because it was from the landlord's request. It stated the Florida law.
You have that?
It's right here, but I actually have the Florida laws right here that says.
She stated what about Florida law?
It says, well, Florida law stated this way. I checked with the cop, and the cop said to donate it, and she said that I abandoned it. I have the Florida law stated right here that says I needed a written notice.
You ever have it, ma'am?
I did try to give her responses back. She had stated with me in text messages, all of the ones that say Lacey Jenko on all these sides, these were just her sister. So.
Okay.
Those text messages I got from Sprint, they could not give me.
These are phone numbers. That's not a text message. What did you do with her property?
I did not throw out her property.
Where is it?
My sister said that she wanted it removed from her premises because she never contacted my sister, who's the rental of the place. It was my sister's apartment, and I was living with my sister. She was staying on the couch.
Did she pay rent?
No.
I offered her sister numerous times.
Did you pay rent?
No,
I'm a nanny for her.
Did you know her sister moved it out?
No, I did not.
This is the first time you're hearing it?
This is the first time, yeah, because I contacted her and I gave you the text messages that she said that the landlord stated.
And you have no text message showing that you responded to her.
They were all written up. I do not have them with me.
Okay, I don't believe you. Judgment for the plaintiff, $3,000. I believe that you disposed of her items.
Thank you.
And not your sister. Your sister didn't come in there and take a thing. And she was a tenant, whether she paid her rent or not. Unless she left, was evicted or otherwise, if she's living there with you, has her items there with you, you cannot throw her things out. Unless, as Florida law she's presented me, you've given her written notice. Judgment for the plaintiff, $3,000.
Thanks. All I have to do is wish her good luck, and that's all I have to say.
All I have to say is that I hope she does well in life, and I hope she gets her stuff together. Even though she was living with my sister and everything didn't go well, I hope her the best.